तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है, मन में उतारने को दिल ये चाहता है। तुम सामने हमारे, तुम साथ में हमारे, तुम सामने हमारे, तुम साथ में हमारे, तो भी पुकारने को दिल ये चाहता है। तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है, मन में उतारने को दिल ये चाहता है। ये ज्योति बिंदु प्यारा, क्या रूप है तुम्हारा, किरणों ने रूप है संवारा, रूप है संवारा, किस्मत संवारने को दिल ये चाहता है, मन में उतारने को दिल चाहता है। तुम सामने हमारे, तुम साथ में हमारे, तो भी पुकारने को दिल चाहता है।
Good morning and welcome back to the series on purity, Pavitrata, episode number 5. We will start as usual with some readings from Brahma Kumari's Raja Yoga teachings. This is from 12th of April 1984. And it starts with a question. To what extent have you put purity, that is, the power to become holy, into your life? That is, into your thoughts, words, deeds, relationships, and connections. So to what extent have you put purity into everything in your life? Is every thought holy? That is, it is filled with the power of purity. With thoughts of purity, are you able to recognize and transform any soul who has impure thoughts? With the power of purity, you can change the vision, attitude, and actions of any soul. So with the power of purity, we don't only create a very good life for ourselves, but we can also change other souls. We can give them the gift of having a peaceful, happy mind. So even impure thoughts cannot attack you in front of this great power. Whatever thoughts other people will have about us, they cannot reach us when we are in the midst of this great power, which is a power of purity. However, with you yourself are defeated in your thoughts and words, it is then that you are defeated by other people and vibrations. So when you are defeated by your own impure thoughts, then the thoughts of other people will reach you, the vibrations of other people will reach you. To be defeated in relationships or connection with anyone proves that you yourself are defeated in forging all relationships with a father. For this is why you are defeated by some relation or connection. The seed of being defeated in purity is to be impressed with someone or his or her virtues, nature, personality, or speciality. To be impressed with someone or his or her physical presence is not to be impressed, but to be ruined. So to be impressed with anyone, with their specialities, with their virtues, with their powers, means to be ruined. Not only that you are defeated, but you are losing everything that you have accumulated. The individual speciality, virtue, or nature of a person is a speciality given by the Father. That is, it is a gift from God. To be impressed by someone is to be deceived. To be deceived means to take sorrow. The power of impurity is a power like a mirage, which is experienced very well through connections and relationships. It attracts you. So the power of impurity is a mirage. A mirage is always false. It doesn't exist. It's a mirage. It's an illusion. It's an optical illusion because you desire something very badly. And then you feel like you are seeing that. So the power of impurity is like this mirage. It's attracting you. This is why the words you say and think are, I like this one a lot. Now, this is a seed of all impurity. I like this person more than anyone else. I like this one a lot. I like this one's virtues and nature a lot. So we might think it's nothing wrong with liking the virtue of someone or liking the nature of someone. I like this person more than anyone else. I like their virtue. I like this one's knowledge. I like this one conducting yoga or meditation. I receive power and cooperation from this one. I receive love from this one. This is a seed of all impurity. You receive temporary attainment, but you are deceived. You forget the bestower, the seed, the foundation, and you are holding to the colorful branches and swinging. So what would be your condition? Without a foundation, will the branch make you swing or make you fall? It's like a branch, the branch of a tree. You are swinging on that branch, but you are hanging on that branch, and that branch is a human soul. It's another brother, soul, it's a brother, and you think that you can get something from them. You are hanging on that branch, but then you completely forgotten the seed. The seed is God. The Supreme Father is a Supreme Soul. He is a seed of the tree. So why are we hanging on these branches? So it continues until you have experienced the sweetness of all relationships and all attainments from the seed, that is, from the bestower. You will continue to be deceived by the attainments that are like a mirage. So everything, the seed of impurity is this mirage, this illusion that someone or something can give us an attainment. I like this one a lot. This is a seed of all sorrow. I like someone a lot. I like their body. I like their qualities. I like their virtues, their powers. So you will continue to be deceived by the attainments that are like a mirage from the different branches. And which are these branches? Sometimes by people, sometimes by material comforts, and sometimes by the vibrations and the atmosphere. To be impressed in this way means to be deprived of imperishable attainment. When you have the power of purity, whatever stage you want, whatever attainment you want, and whatever task you want to succeed in, all of this will become ever present in front of you like a servant whenever you want. So when you have the power of purity, all the attainments, all the successes will become present in front of you. Nature will be your servant. Everyone else will cooperate with your task when you have the power of purity. On the other hand, we just heard the power of impurity. How much power this impurity now has in the mind of man. And it is constantly defeated. men and women have become right now constantly defeated by this impurity. There is defeat after defeat, and defeat means sorrow. There is only sorrow now in the world. There is only peacelessness. The temporary, very short-lived happiness is actually a bite for another sorrow. And these words are underlining, if you can have a mind that is pure, you can conquer the whole world. Any impurity, any attraction, anything that impresses your mind will deceive you and you lose everything. And there are a few examples in our history. We all know many examples, and we have looked in the previous episodes at the lives of the saints and the sages and the rishis and the monks, and how everyone was condemning sex lust, including the scriptures. The scriptures are very clear about how the spirit, the Bible says the spirit is dying when there is attraction to the flesh and the body. But those who are making the will of God will live forever. Those who are not attracted to the things of this world, those who are not attracted to the lusts of this world, they will live forever. So we are also seeing how great people in the history have been deceived and have been defeated by this desire, by sex lust, or by any other lust. And there is one story about a great temple in Bharat, in India, Somnath temple. And there was one of the kings, Rana king, who wanted to defend that temple. Muhammad Ghaznavi was an invader who was coming to get all the property from that temple, all the gold. And this king, Rana, decided to defend the temple. But whilst he was there, he fell in love with a girl who was dancing in the temple. So he completely lost his judgment. And in the night when Muhammad Ghaznavi was at the gate of the temple, he just completely lost his sense. He was doing other things. He was completely lost in his desire for that girl. And someone else got so angry about his behavior that he opens a secret door for Muhammad Ghaznavi. And that invader was able to come into the temple and loot everything. They have taken everything. And that was also the start of the coming down of that whole community. That whole community, that whole kingdom was coming down after the temple was looted. And everything because one soul was defeated by sex lust. Another example in our history, and there are many examples, is the example of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was so successful in conquering the world. He was very young, he was a very good general, he was having a very good mind until he fell in love with this woman, Josephine, and he made her his wife, and then he made her the empress, and then he changed his mind. But the moment that he lost his purity, the moment he lost his judgment, the moment he started to be so possessed by his love for this woman, that moment he started to be unlucky. He started to lose his fortune. He started to lose battle after battle, and eventually he was defeated. There are many examples in our history, examples of being defeated by our lusts, by our desires. And it was mentioned the seed of lust, the seed of desire is being impressed. Someone is impressed with the body appearance of someone else. And even on the spiritual path, you have decided you want to start this brahmacharya, you want to start this celibacy path, you want to make it strong, want to make it paka. Paka means you become very strong in it. But every day there will be another temptation, there will be something that will impress you. Oh, they are so good. Oh, they are so beautiful. They have one virtue, they have one quality. And slowly, slowly, you don't even realize. One moment you just appreciate their speciality, next moment you appreciate their virtue, next day you appreciate their knowledge, and the soul is completely trapped into that, is completely impressed with that body, with that person. No one starts with bad intention, but slowly, slowly we lose our sense, we lose our power of judgment. We are completely trapped, obsessed in the image of another person, in the virtues of another human soul, in the knowledge that someone has. Oh, they are explaining everything so well. All of these are traps for the mind. Whether we are on the spiritual path or not, everyone gets into that trap of being impressed. And the solution is very simple. The knowledge of Raja Yoga, the words that we have just heard were prescribing. Just be impressed with one. You are allowed to be impressed. Be impressed with God. Be impressed with the bestower of fortune. Be impressed with the one who is ever pure, ever wealthy, ever clear, ever a bestower, ever a donor. He is Sadgati Datta. He is the one who is giving salvation from sorrow to all souls. We are impressed with three things on our spiritual path. Let us keep these three things in our awareness throughout the whole day. Let us think only of these three. And these three things are the soul, the supreme soul, and the beauty of this world. So the soul, I am impressed with the beauty of this soul, the wonder of the soul. That doesn't mean we are selfish. That means we are seeing that we are souls. And the soul in itself is the biggest wonder. The soul in itself is the most beautiful thing that exists in the universe. The soul is a wonder of the nature. The way the soul is traveling through time and space and interacts with all the other souls and is aware of the presence of others and is giving and taking. That is a wonder. We can be impressed with that. We can have thoughts and emotions and vision about that. And then the second wonder, we can be impressed with God. God, Allah, Jehovah, Shiva, Bhagwan, Ishwar, Dumnezeu, any name you can give. He is only one. One soul who is a bridegroom of the soul. We remember what our saints were saying. Sri Aurobindo was saying, this world is like a mother. How can you have any kind of impure thoughts for a mother? There is no other solution but brahmacharya, celibacy and purity for being happy in this life. And in this brahmacharya, in this celibacy, in this life of chastity, there is one bridegroom, there is one husband of all husbands. There is one beloved, Mashuk, the one that we love the most. The soul has this relationship with the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Mother, the Supreme Companion, the Supreme Teacher. All relationships are with the one. So we can be impressed with the beauty and the wonder of the soul. We can be impressed with the relationship that we can have with God, the Supreme Soul, only now at this time. And we can be impressed with the beauty of this world. For the one who withdraws his attention from the physical world and the physical lusts, all the secrets of this world will be revealed. God is here to reveal the secrets of this world. God is here to reveal the beauty and the wonders of this, what we call the drama of this world. We can fully understand it when our intellect can concentrate. Student life is the best. When our intellect can concentrate on the study, on the soul, on God, on the new world that is coming, then we can use our mind, our attention, our concentration to fully understand our relationship with this world. Then we are not impressed with anyone or anything else. Keep this in your mind today. Throughout the day, again and again, we can return to the secret of all secrets. There is only one path to happiness, health, wealth, and prosperity. And that is the path of purity. The foundation of this path of purity, celibacy, purity of the body, is just the first step in freeing the mind from that obsessions, from that lusts, from that desires of anything that is worldly and material and physical. And on this mind, God can start to speak to the soul. The love of the Father cannot stay in a mind that is attracted to any physical possessions. That is what the Bible is saying. In that mind that has made one step of courage, there is one step of courage that we want to take. That step of courage is brahmacharya today, celibacy today, a life in chastity. And the mind that is becoming just a little bit more pure, just withdraw from having 1 cup of coffee today, just withdraw from having 1 cup of alcohol drink today. Just let go of that for 1 day. 1 day of brahmacharya, 1 day of chastity, of purity. In that mind, God can start to speak to the soul. And in that mind, you will start to experience peace, love, happiness, joy, contentment. That is the foundation for the new world. That is the foundation for a new society. And that is the biggest gift that you can give to all your brother souls. Thank you for listening. Let us finish with 1 minute of music.
पलकोना बंद होना, ये पल न जाने देंगे। पलकोना बंद होना, ये पल न जाने देंगे। मिलकर बहार हमको, अब हम जुदा न होंगे, अब हम जुदा संग युग गुजारने को दिल चाहता है, तुमको निहारने